G'day everyone. Well, I'm back again. I was just gonna upload a video before and I was like, no, I'll do it again because the keyboard, you could really hear it. It's pretty loud and annoying, and but it's hard to get it out of the video without actually putting it through DaVinci and rendering it through there. It does make video quality a bit bad, and then I tried to do another video and it didn't actually save, so that was a big bummer. So I'm back at it again. But yeah, I was just thought I'd come back. So what am I doing? Well, just been pretty busy with work and life, and YouTube's not exactly gonna be my life. It's just a little side project, something post stuff I'd like to do. But yeah, this is more of a showcase of my map from NMRIH that I've been building from Hammer editor on the plus version. It's just an updated, better version. But yeah, this is my map. It's just a little objective map that I've been building. I'll say pretty big for my first map, I'd say. But yeah, this is just like a generator room. You got to turn on the power. Got to get out of here somehow, and the doors are locked. But yeah, this is just one part of the objectives. One small room. You'll find the plugs scattered around the map, around this area anyway. But all the textures might not stay. Definitely the roof, that will go. Definitely. That's for sure. But a lot of this is pretty simple to build once you get to know. Once we get all that together, and like the generator, this area, like there's some lights they'll turn on once you turn it on, just to show that you have turned it on. Just gives you a visual representation, I'd say. But yeah, once we put all the plugs in, it'll prompt us to come over here, push this. This speed will be lowered. This is just more for testing purposes. Just makes it a bit easier. When you push this over, these wires you got to connect together. They were a bit of a pain to line up because there's a parent option which you can parent items to another item and it will follow it. But the spawn template that spawns items, so like the rope or wire that I'm trying to spawn, just won't spawn when the parent option is available. It's weird. Maybe some more veteran Hammer editors can know why this is not happening. But yeah, we'll build a wire on there. We'll start it up. Now I'll start some sounds for the generator that's in here. It's a bit quieter. It's a bit quiet because I put it down because my voice is not too loud. But yeah, just some strobe lights just to show you. You've Bushman fixed up the generator, so it's not exactly perfect, but it's gonna work. And that's just one little area. I'll show you the spawn area where we spawn and start our objective. I'll have to just go there because I still have another spawn in a different area. But yeah, you spawn here, you set off the triggers that are inside. You'd be like, oh, you know, where are we? Just, you know, woken up, locked away in this place, can't get out. Like, damn. You know, your characters are starting to speak. I might change the texting, the wording, you know, to something else. It's already like 10 text speeches just hanging around the map and Hammer. It's just, it doesn't look nice. But yeah, it's like, oh, you know, who's this character? You know, we might meet up with him later on. You never know. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here somehow, so let's just get out of here. I'm like, wait, what? We're in a lab? Is this another Chrono? But yeah, I feel this would be pretty cool. Just a little story lab. You know, I was thinking of doing for the map name labs or lab or FEMA labs, but I don't know yet. You know, if you got any suggestions, you know, you're free to tell me. But I'm wailing against probably, you know, FEMA labs maybe, just because No More in Hell's kind of got a lot of FEMA around it. You know, there's a lot of FEMA based stuff, and I think it would just go well. You know, just little objectives like this are pretty cool. Just a setup, I like them. I might as well go to the Hammer editor and show you a bit in there, the back scenes. Okay, now that we're back in the Hammer editor for yeah, ++, which is just a bit better, I'd say. But yeah, this is all the plug. Just all the plug stuff, you know, down there that, you know, we're putting in for the wires. This just pretty much this tells it to spawn it in, which is the template. So, you know, you'd go down, you'd be like, hey, this plug needs to trigger this trigger and spawn this in here, because technically you're not really putting the plug in there, you're just telling the trigger to spawn in the actual physical plug, because this one has physics and you don't really want to have physics on here, because if you had physics and it was colliding in there, it might do some crazy stuff. So you spawn in the non-physic one, the dummy, so to say. And yeah, so you technically aren't really putting plugs in. It's kind of funny how objectives work. It's kind of a bit of a trickery going on. You know, you got your math counter, so 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs. You know, you hit that max counter on there, then you tell the max counter what you want to do with that 4. So, you know, it triggers me. It triggers the generator to be able to actually move. It will actually activate the triggers, so you can actually move it, and it will actually want to trigger your object boundary, which would be like, all right, the objective's complete. Bang, you're done. You got your filter, which is pretty much saying this trigger needs this plug to actually activate. So you'd say the filter and the plug. Then you would go the filter name into the trigger. So it will read from the filter. The filter will go and find the specific plug and go, okay, yep, here's put that plug into the trigger. Now I will activate the template and spawn in this plug here. It's kind of the same with the rope and pretty much anything else you want to spawn in. This is the rope or wire. That was a pain in the ass, but it was worth doing that. Definitely, I'm happy about that. It gets pretty simple once you actually start learning. For my first map, I'm pretty happy with what I've done. Like progress use, trigger progress use. So you would, this is like when you press E or hold the E on something, and then once you finish holding E and complete that progress, you can tell what to trigger. So like play sound, anything. You could do it in the mid use, so on use itself. So mine on use on when I'm actually using it, and it's not progressing to the max. When it progresses to the max, that's when it triggers. So on use, I'm playing sounds to sound like I'm putting wires together or whatever. But just on trigger is like, force spawn the wires and stuff like that. Sorry. But yeah, it gets quite simple after you start to learn it. This is just a train track, or push track, whatever you want to call it. Just when you walk into these triggers, this train track will start moving. You have the push button, or the funk button. Just another type of trigger that you can use. You can disguise progress buttons as push button triggables. Like it's, you can do silly things like that. They're all just to activate something you need to do. I think this is where I find No Run Hell editing is a bit more fun than TF2, because I've done a little bit of TF2 and it was just not as fun as actually building an objective map for people to go through. You have a story. That's pretty cool. I'll show you a bit of a zoom out. I don't want to show off too much or give away too much. But you can see this is where the spawn was down there. This is where we are. There's quite a few stuff going on around here. But yeah, appreciate you coming to my video and watching. I don't know how many other videos I put out, but this is just more of something I like to do. Just a bit of enjoyment. But yeah, I was come back just recently and I was like 64 subscribers. I'm like, wait, what? When did that happen? So that's pretty cool. And one of my videos had 21,000 views. That's pretty insane. But yeah, have a good day or night and catch us.